Hey beauties, morning to you. So I was talking with a friend of mine and she showed me a picture of this handsome young fellow dressed nicely for school. I don't know what day he would have been going to school, if it is today or Monday or whenever. And I realized that we have these quantum, I call it, these diverse school bags, the knapsacks. And I saw he had on a bright color orange. And I love colors. Nice color, very, very nice color. You know, I love colors, by the way, so you'll see me wear every color: green, orange, purple, pink. Pink is my favorite color though, and I love yellow these days. I'm loving yellow more. It's inching up to the pink. But beautiful people, let me get back into it. And at the back of that nice bag, that very, very nice bag, I saw a word that just disturbed my equilibrium in a sense: dunce. So this young fella is going to an institution that is supposedly moving him from dunce to bright, from dunce to brilliant, from dunce to having a sense of resplendence. And yet the bag, and you may just think it's just a bag, but what you are doing is that you're crushing the blessing that has gone forth before him. So you're blessing him, but yet at the same time taking it back with a curse. Do you understand what it means? What the word dunce? It means of little to no intelligence. You lack critical thinking skills. You're nonsensical. You're dull. Your IQ is way below the low base. That is what the word dunce means. When somebody calls you a dunce, they're basically saying you're an idiot, you're stupid, you're a nincompoop, you're a fool, you are foolish consistently. You cannot be reasoned with. Now you may think this is just something in passing. No, beautiful people, as much we are mind, body, soul, and what? Spirit. Not just spirit in terms of attitude, but the Spirit of God. They should take that off the market. Whoever came up with that idea, that is not a witty invention. It is not a witty invention. It is a very weightless and baseless invention. And you already, whoever came up with that idea, already you have the foundation of coming up with witty invention of something that is of class, of dignity, of integrity, something to be, I don't even like using that word, but for lack of a better word, envied, but in a good way. I call it the good jealousy, the good envy. That should be taken off the market. He should not even be walking in school with that. In my time, I guarantee you, if he had walked in with a bag like that, trust me, the principal, the teacher, the auxiliary staff, everyone would contact that parent and say, I really can't tell you guys what to do, but we have a problem with that because that is affecting the minds of our students. And we want to promulgate a sort of a brilliant atmosphere at this school. Perhaps you need to take that, use that bag at a different institution, but not here. We're going to hold true to our principles. We're moving them from dunce to bright. It's not funny. It is not in passing. Oh, it's just a style. Oh, it is just a little fad. No, it is not. I cannot even believe that the market has allowed something like that to be released. It is a travesty of brilliance. It is a travesty of being bright. It is a travesty of emotional intelligence. It is a travesty of intelligence quotients. IQ, what you call, in brighty, she brighty. Our head can take the book. Him head can take the book. Dunce? And we think that is good? You're going to school bright Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning with a big bag saying dunce? To an institution that already has the understanding that you are dunce, and they say, look here, we're going to move you from dull, dunce, stupid, idiotic, can't reason well, lacking critical thinking skills, into the quantum, into the opposite, where you can now have intelligent conversations, when you now can hold and speak well and speak with clarity, be eloquent, be loquacious, be a man or a woman with words of meaning. I cannot even believe that it was allowed to come on the market. I cannot believe that it was even allowed. Now, I understand that we have freedom to do this and we have freedom, but good God, some things must be curtailed. We can't just live. Freedom is not devoid of accountability. Freedom is not devoid of integrity. Freedom is not devoid of just having principles that will benefit the whole. Freedom doesn't mean that there has to be some level of caveat being put in place. Dunce? I didn't think that. I don't even find it fashionable. Even if I'm at my lowest form of thinking. Jamaica is not the only country that thinks outside of the box. There are other countries, and to have the bag dunce heading to school. Look at where our country is at in terms of our literacy versus illiteracy rate. We're at 138th place. Our Caribbean counterparts, many of them are in the 20s. And their literacy rate is 90-odd%. And I'm making the bold assumption that the ones who are illiterate are babies. The just-borns, barely just-borns. Little toddlers that barely pass 1 or 2 years of age. That those bags need to be taken off the market, honestly. And you guys come, I'm not trying to spoil or to pull the bread from your mouth. But this is how you want to gain your bread? By making bags saying dunce? By making bags saying dunce? It is indicative of, even when I see some of the comments on different people's posts, it is indicative of it, because we lauded it in a covert way, we lauded it indirectly. Now we're lauding it overtly, we're lauding it publicly, we're lauding it with pride and dignity. We feel good. My son is going to school with a bag that says dunce. My daughter is going to school with a bag that says dunce. Oh, it is just a bag. Oh, it is just a fad. Nothing is behind it. Oh, really? And when you look at that, the seeing sense, I've often said, is the strongest of all. In other words, if I tell you something but you see something else, you're going to go with what you see. It will override what I told you, what you heard. And we learn through our 5 senses for those who have it intact. We learn through them. That is how you learn. That is how we all learn, beautiful people, through our 5 senses. If I smell something that smells funky, it means that I avoid that. Or try to help it if it is somebody. If I see something that looks dangerous, it means that I avoid it. If I hear something that's dangerous, it means that I avoid it. If I taste something that tastes terrible, it means I avoid it. Or the opposite, if it is good. Although some things that can look good may not be good, and some things that can look evil may not be. Just like I said to people, sometimes the enemy may make you feel, something about that person is not good, and that person is probably the best person for you. And you may feel good about another person, and that person is dangerous for you. So you have to be careful. That is why the Bible says, test every spirit. You don't just go by how you feel sometimes. You test it. And say, let me try and prove this thing to see if it is real or if it is false. Or reasonability is what that bag has indicated, dunce, by and large, here, unfortunately, in this country. And we feel good, yes, we dunce, but me have 2 shillings in my pocket. And at the end of it, when your life passed, you contributed nothing really in the society. You're forgotten. You're like the wind. Your name was not carried on like King David or Solomon. You weren't a world changer. You were not a history maker. You were not the head. You were the tail. You were not above. You were beneath. Unfortunately, dunce, that those bags need to be dismantled, thrown in the fire. It's a shame. It is a crying shame. Guys, follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.